Yeah. Hero stars. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Grizz, and this is From Zero to Hero with Grizz Games, and today we're playing Faeria, and you're with me on what should be episode 5. Okay, so as you saw in the last episode, we adapted our play based off of the two first people we played, and obviously you want to be doing this against larger samples, but the idea there is that over X number of people, you see Y number of playstyle or Y amount of playstyle, and you adapt your play based on what we're calling the 51%. You want to win 51% or more of your games. Obviously, every player wants to win 100% of their games, but that's not how it works in competitive game design. The idea is about getting statistics that bring different hands as close to 50-50 in matchups as possible. And if you're playing any competitive game, that is how the metrics are used. So it's spoilers on the business there for you. So last episode we analyzed 2 games we played. In those 2 games, we in our constructive post-game criticism, noticed that we didn't play special tiles defensively once they showed enough aggression to definitely merit putting some useful shit around near the bottom of our base. We also noticed that if the enemy had extremely buffed units in our face, we didn't have a very good response. Just look at this cursor hovering over the chest. It's so titillating. It just wants you to open, please. We noticed that we didn't have a response to extremely buffed units. So we went back to our deck. We took out a couple of cards that we weren't seeing very much play of, and that didn't seem too cohesive with our strategy we're improving upon. And we got 2 more 6-cost removal cards. And we started seeing those more in our play. And in the last game, we played reflexively, we played defensively when we needed to, and we followed all the rules we've developed today, and we won. Okay, so, oh god. Here we go. Let's open some of these chests. Fan service, y'all! Okay, well, if we make a yellow and green deck, I guess this is going to be pretty cool. At least we're not getting blues. Gift gain 2, last words your opponent gains 2. That's not really going to be one that would... let's reroll that. This is okay again, but it may be something we disenchant. I guess that would be good for putting us on the offense after making a defensive play. If that seems to be something that we end up needing, we'll check that out some more. Move a friendly creature, or pay 3 more to move an enemy creature. I do love Firebomb. I'm all about that shit. Firebomb, buddy. This is how hyped I am for you. We're going plaid. Okay, I'm real excited about that. And also, look at his little happy face there. Good shit. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Do we want to reroll this? I mean, we could get someone off a special tile to make a defensive play. We could get one of our guys into a more offensive position. it's worth having this in our deck so we can at least think about it, I think. So we're going to do 3 chests now, and then 3 after our first game. This would be pretty damn cool for defense. Punishing them hard for going overly aggressive. I really like the idea of having this in our deck. I'm not totally sure about this guy. Might be cool to have in our deck in cohesion with our legendary card that shoots fireballs at people when we opt in for mana. Let's see. His name is Ignis, the First Flame, and we love him. He's pulled us through some interesting battles so far. Okay. So we have spot for another firebomb. How many firebombs do we currently have? Oh, do we have no firebombs? That makes me real sad, man. That might be indexing too highly on removals, though. So just for now, we're gonna play with our deck, see what patterns we notice, and adapt. We're gonna go from semi-medium-ish hero to medium above average hero. It's about gradual steps, it's about playing smart and consistently. Trying to build our decks in a way that we understand them, not just taking someone else's necessarily and just winning over and over and not knowing what you're doing. Let's try moving him out. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So what do we think he's gonna do? Alright. So he zigs, we zag. Actually, since our first thing is a village elder, let's contest. Because if he dies, we get some use out of him. And we're going to save our explore card until we can use it in a more strategically advantageous way. Using this explore card right away, first time, every time, is a pretty big mistake. Because there's some much more interesting and strong situations we can carve out with it. However, keeping it forever and doing nothing with it would also be not so great. But it's 0 cost, so yeah. I mean, it also gives you 2 mana, which is Faeria, which is very nice. Wow, that's an expensive... So he's hoping to secure the hell out of this lane, possibly? So, you know what? Let's go ahead and force him to build across. And go this way. So we're just gonna milk this and then possibly milk both of these with this guy here. By putting this tile here instead of here, we're forcing him to either put down 2 tiles or basically 2 tiles. So 1 turn or 2. So he can't immediately just take this guy and start running down and mauling our poor little village elder here. At least that's the rationale behind that play. We'll see how that works out. Okay, he is spending so much. We can build out here and split our pressure from side to side. And if he advances, we can put a second rock down and place our ogre there. So we're a bit in the lead in terms of Faeria gain. He's made some really big costs to get some early expansion going. I assume his plan is to turtle a little bit and start hammering me with something, so that's why we're going to go up the middle here and put a little bit of pressure on. So this is where a removal card would be nice. So I think he's going to just work on some big cards. So let's get you up here. Let's build our... Actually, we're just going to go right up. See how he reacts to that. And we've drawn a nice little dong here. It's very important to make as many phallic symbols in your game as possible. Oh, he didn't want me to pick him off right away. Ooh, this is interesting. I haven't seen this guy. When Sephard destroys a creature, he gains attack and life equal to the destroyed creature's original attack and life. Okay. So I assume he's going to put a land here, kill this guy. He's got 7 health. How can we threaten him? I have an idea. If you move forward, you're gonna get taunted. Or yeah, he shouldn't. Shit. He can kill this guy with this guy, and kill this guy. Shit. We should. Yeah, in my mind, this was an open tile that we could move on. It was, in fact, not an open tile that we could move on. Okay, okay, so moving forward. What can we do to remedy that a little bit? Nothing much. So we're going to take our licks here and just learn from it. Oh, right. Okay. So he immediately gains that. Ooh, that is tough. That is tough. That is tough. That is buff. And he can kill this guy. So we can fend him off until we get... Shit, he's gonna die. Should have moved him into a safer position. So yeah, we didn't spend enough time actually analyzing our move at the beginning, and now we're kind of sitting around regretting it at the end of the turn. So we just gotta be building consistent play. So let's instead trade with pressure. But not blow our whole wad here. So I imagine he'll go for a kill with this guy. Yeah. This guy is meaty. Alright. Hopefully we're going to get an elimination card or a removal card at some point. We've still got the salamander. which is nice, but not amazing. We've got 23 Faeria, by the way. So we can do an elimination now with the Salamander and our Freedom Fighter. Oh no, but he gains life, so that'd be... actually, yeah, if we do the Salamander first, then we should kill him off. So, Salamander, bringing him to 3. Haste, kill him. And then... Let's sit on that. Let's not get too antsies in our pantsies. Technical term right there. By the way, if you ever have any comments or tips, all about that. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a community to make a player strong. If you have any advice on my play, go ahead and drop me a comment, whether it's in the stream, or video, whatever. I usually get back to you right away. So, never be afraid of hitting me with that. Okay, so... he's got the advantage on collection. We can get rid of him. Put a sand there, put one of these guys down. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So. What the fuck? Where did this Elder come from? I'm not too worried about him for a little bit. So. That. Sand down. Deathwish Ghoul. Then we're going to... threaten with an Oblivion rider here. He can kill it decently easily, but we are ahead in terms of just a little bit of Faeria. He has more cards, but we have more Faeria. So I imagine he'll pull out a taunt. Oh, okay, 3 damage. So 3 for 6. Well done. And he secures at least this Faeria again. If he moves this guy forward, it might actually be worth it just to get the kill on him. So we're going to do we want a mountain there? Yeah, let's go ahead and... going to mountain here. I'm going to kill him. We're going to ogre. We don't have 15 quite yet. So we're going to sit on it for a second here. Is it worth it to defensively threaten there? To say, no, you shall not pass. Because he can... yeah. And to get him ready for an attack. Okay. So let's see if he has a removal or something. Because if he does, this could be a very good time to play it. Okay. So he's going for the Faeria advantage. I'm cool with that. Let's go ahead and put our cannon guy down here so we can pressure that guy, get our Faeria back. Or actually, we'll put it here so we can kill both of these. Cannon, kill, and we're a bit low down in terms of Faeria, so we're gonna get us to 6 in case we need to destroy a creature. 2 plus 4, potential of 4 next turn. Potential of 5, actually. I assume he's going for something tough here. So he's got a pretty big Faeria advantage. We can start hitting him with face unless he plays something right there. Okay. Is it worth doing a removal on this guy? You know, I could have shot him over here with our horse guy. Shoot. So let's go ahead and kick him out. And threaten this guy's death. Blazes and Salamander is a pretty expensive way to get this guy, but we can move him in for a defense if we need to. So I assume he's going to put someone there with the taunt. So he's going to charge him up, do 5 damage. That's a good call. Well done. Five, shield down. Oh, man. That's very well done on his part. That was pretty key to my strategy at this point. So yeah, I feel like we could have played that last turn a little more intelligently. And let's get some collection control for a little bit here. Or we could have zoomed him up there for the kill. Gadzooks. 3 sand. Let's get 1 more rock out. Unless we get something important going on. Or in case we get something important going on. So I'm just gonna stop the free hits here. So he's got a bit of a card advantage. He's got a Faeria advantage. I've got him off the wells for now. So that's going to help me a little bit. Good shit, boys. got a 3-1 Village Elder. Okay. I like his play. I like his play a lot. Just threaten multiple. Yeah. And is it worth 6 at this point to get rid of this guy? Let's pull a card. We should have pulled the card in the beginning. Because we would have known we would have the Village Boy earlier, and would have known we could have gone for a pretty cheap kill against him. So a 1-cost kill, but it's next to... Ouch. Okay. So he's got a lot of removal cards. He's gonna spawn another guy in right here or here. Ooh, with the taunt. So we're definitely gonna spend that on this fellow. One, two, three. So let's go for a kill. Add a Shaitan Demon up there, maybe. Or a Horseman down here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take him out. Get a Faeria. Let's go for a kill on this guy. And let's do Horseman down here. No. Oh shit, that's not worth it at all. Oh, whoops. That was a mistake. Should have gone with the Shaitan Demon up here. Or Horse Rider down here. That was really silly, actually. Quite silly. It's got a lot of these guys. It's all about those village elders. So we can kill him, start taking 4 every turn. Or we can kill this, something that's slightly closer in price. And let's get ourselves up to 4 mana for next turn. Faeria, not mana. Faeria. Good shit. So, by the way, I'm Grizz. This is Grizz Games from Zero to Hero, and I'm loving the hell out of the fact that you guys are joining us today. We are in the fifth of a series where we tackle a game, a new coming game, a year-old game, what have you, anything that interests us, anything that interests you, and we see if we can get to that 60th, 75th percentile within like a few days through solid self-critique, through community interaction and feedback, so always looking for that. Hit me in the comments, etc. And let's see. This one's looking ugly for us. So I can take another 3. I can take 5 total by next turn if I put this guy down. I can hit him with 5. Let's see what card options we have. Again, so we played our new card first. And let's Shade Demon up there. So we're going to get down to 6 guaranteed. Possibly a little more than that, but we're at least taking the fight to him. If he makes an intelligent play and lets this guy last forever. This village elder is a son of a bitch. Okay, now it's definitely justified to... we're not going to be able to. So we kind of screwed ourselves there. So, lessons from that game. Let's see. We let a minor threat, the village elder, become a major threat over time. We didn't remove him a couple of times when we could have. And I guess in theory, having someone right at your gate, knocking on your door, what have you, is a higher threat than really whatever direct card costs they are. So, I guess that's a lesson of paper versus practicality, you know? What does gameplay look like in the real world? What quests do we have? Play 10 yellow cards. We can definitely do that. Alright. Open a few more chests. Epic. Waryak. That's kind of a snowbally card. Like, if we're already winning, that helps us win more. So I'm going to reroll that. This could be useful. Getting someone on the defense or offense. Buffing up someone who has... yeah. I was going to say someone who has the ability to shoot. Yeah, a little bit. That could be useful for us. I'm not sure that mobility has been so much of a problem for us, so much as, wow, this is a lot of red. We got another fucking Ignis. Interesting. So we could probably disenchant that for a good amount. So I guess it's worth us keeping it. So yeah, movement hasn't been as much of a problem as strategic placement for us, I think. So let's start middle. Look at that. Lord of Terror, Taunt. I like this card a lot. I like this card a hell of a lot. So let's... I think we might go ahead and figure out how we can weave that into our deck. I'm not so sure about the random cards. Do we already have a Lord of Terror? let's see. So we're going to play one more game in this episode. But starting out, we're going to possibly make some adjustments. So we want to, I think, be able to defend a little better in a, like quick defense situation. The Ogre Battler is very useful for that. However, we only have one of him. We have still never ever used the Meteor. And at 12 cost and 5 land, I think that's indexing too heavily in a rock. Since we're split, I think it's fair to get rid of that and get a little Lord of Terror on our side here. So where are you, my dear lord? So yeah, there we go. I'm cool with that. I'm very cool with that. We don't have current methodologies to get him buffed if we play him. Let's see. If we take him out, what cards are available to us? We could buff him with 3-0. That's really it. 3-0. I don't want to depend on this. 3-0. Where's our sand? Oh, okay. Interesting bug. If you scrolled all the way down and you switch over, does it? Yeah. Huh. Not show up. Okay. And we do have a buff over here. Ooh. I would like to make use of this soul drain here. So we could give him flying and charge too. Relatively inexpensively. How much would that be worth it to us? These ghouls haven't really come through for us very much, I'd say. So I'm okay with getting rid of that. Freedom Fighter has been extremely used to us more than once. Horsemaster, not so much. But that might be because we haven't utilized them in the correct way. So just for the sake of learning, I'm going to leave one more in the deck. So we're going to add Lord of Terror. And then we're also going to add Gift of Steel. So we put in Kaleem's Training, right? No, we didn't. Oh yeah, we have one. Yeah, let's see what ends up being more use to us. We can put in another Kaleem's Training if it ends up being a big part of our deck. But, for now, we'll see. Okay, so again, asking ourselves, what kind of decks are we seeing? We're seeing a lot of buffing units right next to our base. Are we eliminating them when we can? No, we did not last time. Are we building defensive special bases when we can? I feel like we did that, or special lands when we can. I feel like we did that last time. But not doing one of those against a player that's good enough definitely left us in the dust. Because we're sand, right? In the dust, yeah. That was a stretch. Okay, so it looks like he's going straight across. Possibly. So we might counter by going Explore, Sand, Demon. But let's see what he's going to do. He might just be playing very defensively. Yeah. Perhaps anticipating a rush or... Okay. Or trying to build up to get to a better place in the later game. So it may be worth it to us to start charging across now. One, two, three, four. 4 turns. I'm sure he'll have some more shit out. Or we can start gathering now. So we'll counter his mana generation, Faeria generation, by getting some of our own. And let's go ahead and start building out our mountains. So now he knows that I'm sand and mountain, or dune and mountain, or desert and mountain, what have you. Okay, so he wants to do card generation. Once he has a good amount of Faeria, probably wants to drop a bunch of units. So we're going to collect, move our way across, hopefully collect again, and get a card off of this individual. Put this guy in a position to start collecting 2 per turn. And let's sit on it. Let's sit on it. We're taking our lesson learned from yesterday that really launched us ahead, and not putting down cards until we need them and we know they will be a just barely good enough response to eke out a Faeria advantage, so that we can push into a late game or a mid-late or late game win. When I started out the game, I was just trying to do rushes non-stop. So what if... That's a 10? Oh, yeah, he's gonna get a bunch of mana off of that. So... cheap kill on him is going to be this guy. Because we want to maximize the amount of Faeria right now that we're saving. Let's go with our other plan of moving across, getting a kill or not getting a kill, plus Faeria on that guy. Actually, let's gather that Faeria, put some pressure on, end the turn. Yeah. If we get the 6 cost removal, we can remove that without giving him any more mana, or Faeria. Fuck it, I'm gonna say mana and Faeria from now on. So he's gonna make this trade, kill himself. That's gonna put him at 19? Yeah, okay. Then he's gonna start dumping units, I'm sure. So what is Windfall? Game 13. Woo, baby! So he's got 10. And here he goes. Here comes the unload, boys and girls. So if he had instead saved that guy one more turn, we could have gotten rid of quite a lot of mana generation for him with Last Nightmare here. I'm okay with this. I can start working on double generation here. Okay, so... I imagine he's gonna like double his land here, or start crawling down this direction. Let's get our bridge going. Let's move you. Kill him, get a card off of it. Or not. Okay. Since we've been controlling 3 of these, we've been doing decently so far in terms of Faeria generation. So he does have more than us. He has more cards. I'm just going to remove this guy because I've got a shit ton and he's banking on the fact that I'm not going to be able to... Oh shit, I didn't build up enough sand. That sucks. So... Okay, so I can buff him and get the kill. Yeah, I might have to do that. It's going to cost me 6. So I'm going to put sand up, move over there, buff him, get the kill. And apparently he says how it was a mistake. Oops, maybe? I don't know. That comes off as pretty aggressive. That was a mistake, you noob. -3, set a god's life to 10. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. That is real good. So that puts him in a situation where he can start killing me, like, right away. However, he can't dash over there yet, so I can hold on to this for 1 more, just to see what he's gonna do. And I've got enough Faeria to... I could put 2 lands there. Yeah, so let's put some pressure on. Do we want to kill him right away? If we do, we get some more Faeria. I think so. So let's move up. Okay. So he can put 2 land there. I don't know if he's shit-talking me or he's talking about himself. He's only got 5, so he can play, what, 1 card? So he indexed pretty highly on a mid-game attack. Okay, so he just healed me. I'm cool with that. So this is going to kill both of them both ways. So I could... Let's see. I can get rid of him. Can move him up, move him over. Still go for 10 damage. I think I'm gonna do that. Does it force me to use this right away? Let's see. And let's not blow everything we have right now. This worked really well too because it separated this guy who could kill him from the demon wing. And it makes it so that we win. God bless. Okay, so what we did there, let's look at the board real quick. We did a decent job of defending our... setting up for a defense, if he was going to have it, by putting some special tiles right here on the back. We spread out with neutral tiles to control Faeria. We did a good job getting both of these for a little bit, and both of these in the early game, and both of these in the mid to late game. Because he indexed very heavily on a mid-game push, and we were able to shut it down, that was game. Cool. Alright, so... one last chest. This is the one, I believe. I believe this is the one. It's gonna get us something absolutely crazy. Here we go! Okay, another ogre battler. Love that. These are insanely useful to me. So both of these are going to go into my deck pretty much immediately. And draw a card in combat. I really like that too. That's very heavy defense. Useful to us. We're going to get rid of this guy. Interesting. Queen's Guard, King's Guard. This guy is way cooler. As long as we have... yeah, I guess both could be useful. Depends on whether we have a dearth of Faeria, which is not happening to us too commonly. Or cards, which is happening to us more commonly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Grizz, and thank you for joining me and going plaid on this episode of From Zero to Hero, Faeria, Grizz Games. I want to say thank you. I love you all. And good night, you beautiful grizzly bears, grizzly mamas, cubs, hipsters, gamers, drinkers, philosophers, artists, all of you. And I will be seeing you more tomorrow with more Faeria. And over the weekend with possibly some Dark Souls as we prepare for... the next release, the next expansion, which is coming out here pretty soon. So, if you like what you're seeing, give me a like or dislike, give me a follow, subscribe, what have you. Hit me up with some comments, I'll get right back to you. Welcome to the Grizz community. You stay beautiful.